welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy and I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your beautiful, kind comments. I've been going through them today especially, and you guys are all so kind and you're so wonderful and you're just always helpful to each other as well in the comment section. So I just really appreciate you helping me to create such a space of inclusivity and acceptance. So thank you so much for your presence here. As a thank you to my subscribers for your presence on my channel, I do offer a chance to win a free tarot reading, and I will be drawing a new name for that this week. So be sure to drop your comment below, or if you have already dropped comments below, be sure to go back and check your notifications to make sure your notifications are on, because I will notify you if you are chosen the winner via the comment section. But I will also give clear indications on how to reach out to me to get the ball rolling. So please be sure to protect yourself from anybody who may pose as the Tarot Cottage on Instagram or on YouTube, or other tarot related content as well. There seems to be a bit of an epidemic going on about people who are trying to scam people. So please protect yourself. I would hate to see anybody get scammed. I will never reach out to you for an unsolicited reading. So be sure to check your comments and be sure to follow the directions. If I do notify you if you are chosen the winner, follow the directions in my comment to reach out to me and get the ball rolling. I will never ask for payment for the free reading, so that will be your first indicator. If someone's asking you for your payment information, that will be the first indicator that that is not me, if you are chosen the tarot for the free tarot reading. And if you're new to the channel, we would love to have you join our beautiful soul family as well by subscribing to the channel, hitting your notification bell, your like button, your share button. It helps me to bring you guys more content, but it also helps me to notify you if you are chosen the winner. So be sure to drop your comment below as well, because we would love to have you join our soul family too. For today's pick a card topic, we're looking at a secret admirer. So who is secretly admiring you, maybe from afar, maybe from close up? What are their current feelings, and will they take action towards you soon? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the red flower and the mystery card here with the Cheshire Cat. Pile number 2 with the blue flower and Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And pile number 3 with the pink flower and the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting, and my timestamps are listed below as always. You can choose multiple piles. It is up to your intuition, so pause the video if you need to really reflect on which pile is calling your name. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, our topic today is all about your secret admirer. What are their current feelings, and will they take action? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the red flower and to the mystery card, and this is your reading. Who is your secret admirer? What are their current feelings, and are they going to take action towards you? Now, the Cheshire Cat always gives me this impression of somebody with an amazing smile, somebody with a bit of a cheeky smile. You melt perhaps at the sight of their smile. This could be even relating to you and someone who thinks this about your smile or about the way that you look. There is a secrecy to the mystery card, to the High Priestess, where they're sitting upon information they know to be true. This is also speaking about you perhaps empowering yourself through this reading by trusting your own intuition to guide you to who you think this person is, because you might already know. You might already have a feeling or an impression about who this person is that is watching you or is secretly admiring you at this moment. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Jane Austen Tarot for you to begin. Who is pile 1's secret admirer? What are their current feelings? And what does the future hold? We have the Hermit here with the 9 of Pentacles coming out first. The 10 of Swords with the Judgment, with the King of Wands and the Magician. This person, I feel like, has retreated very hard. This could even mean that it's no contact for someone watching. It doesn't have to. But I feel like they're all work, no play. It's like they're all fantasy and no action when it comes to you, at least in the recent past here. They are highlighting a school realm or a work realm for this connection. Someplace where we're just called to do work, we're called to learn, we're called to grow in some way. And they've been holding a light for you, or a torch for you, for a long time as well. I just heard the word vintage, and they highlighted me to this lantern that the Hermit is carrying. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And I will say this person doesn't feel like there is a lot of hope in the connection in this moment. I feel like they almost feel hopeless because maybe they were all talk and no action, because they took a very passive approach in the past of this connection, and they feel like the two of you could have made beautiful music together, but it feels very, like even these instruments, they look old to me. You know, maybe they're not, but they look really vintage to me or old to me. So it's like, these are not fresh thoughts. These are recurring thoughts. This is a recurring temptation that you represent. And I think that there's a purpose to the word temptation as well for someone watching. Because this person sits upon information about you that they know to be true. They sit upon their feelings for you. And there is a certain amount of sadness to their reflections or to their truth about their current feelings. Because now I'm hearing that song by Adele, Never Mind, I'll Find Someone Like You. And it's like they just don't want to be forgotten in some way or overlooked. But they feel like they might be kind of overlooked or forgotten in some way. We have the Six of Wands coming out here. They're highlighting this tower in the background, the lighthouse. And the lighthouse purpose is to stop us from crashing into the rocks here. And you can see that it's striped red and white. So there's a fear of loss associated with a tower, or with, even with this tower of this connection, there could be an epiphany that has arrived for this person, but it feels like it arrived too late. Or in their opinion is that it arrived too late. They feel like they spend too much time or have spent too much time protecting themselves, and they realize and that was in the past energy that it was instigated. They realize that did not serve them at all in this connection. And now I feel like they have to wear a mask. They're being very complacent, but they're trying to be honorable, or they're trying to move with integrity at this point when it comes to their understanding of you. Here's the Two of Wands, and there's the Five of Wands. And I feel like two ships passing in the night. So it may not even be in complete no contact, but there could be no contact here for someone watching, because they think about connection with you. They want to reach out to you. They have fantasized about reaching out to you online, and for someone watching, they may have actually done that or be anticipating that. So this could be a part of their future intentions or the actions that you can expect from them in the future, because they're sort of in planning mode right now. And this plan, again, it doesn't feel like an old plan or a new plan. Rather, it feels like an old plan. It feels like a combination of fantasy versus the past versus the future and what I really want to see. But I feel like there are complications that are getting in the way of this person's desires and intentions. And one could be the fear of the loss of that tower. And this Six of Wands is actually in connection with the tower, because this deck happens to have a combination style where there's major arcana mixed with minor arcana. I will put out this message for someone watching that there could be commitment cycles associated with this person or with you. And that could be where some of the helplessness comes in, where they're like, I don't see a path. But this Ten of Swords is also connected to the Judgment, which is a call to action for us to judge again, to look again for a solution. We have the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of Virgo energy associated with this person. Also Leo, Aries, Sagittarius here as well. We have the Star of Aquarius. Now, I do feel like, again, there's the internet is involved. They're gazing at you. They're watching you potentially online. And they feel like they really missed the boat here. Like they feel like they really missed the chance. It does feel like somebody who thinks that they're kind of settling in life, if I'm honest. Like you are kind of what they're weighing everything else against. They are crushing on you quite heavily. We are talking about a secret admirer, so they are crushing on you quite heavily here. Pile 1. A lot of Aquarius energy. And I'm getting this message about having this waste, this thought around waste. Now we could have had so much together. There's so much sadness associated with what we could have made. But I also don't feel like their feelings towards you have gone to waste, because I feel like you know. There's this message coming through about your understanding here. And they do hold back out of respect. Respect for their environment, respect for your environment. This person likes to think of themselves as kind of a traditional gentleman, or someone who, you know, walks through life doing the right thing. And this is like a perfectionist, Spirit just said. I feel like this is a shy person, just as part of their personality, even in the past, in this connection, if they're from your past, they may have been kind of quiet or shy, hard to read. But I have to say, it's not, even though we have the Ten of Swords here, it's mixed with the Judgment. They're reflecting on whether or not they should let it go. They know that they probably should. There's a feeling of like, I should probably just release this, but I don't know how to do that work. I feel like thoughts of you do monopolize this person's energy. And they are actually claiming to have very deep emotional connection to you. It's not just a crush. We're calling it a secret admirer, but this person claims that they have love, that they feel love for you, but that it's a huge risk. I feel they do have intentions towards you, Pile 1, and we're going to take a look at those intentions in a moment. But I really feel that there's a strong intention towards planning. But the hurdle that gets in the way of the planning is their insecurity, is their fear of what's going to be waiting for them in that launch. I'm also getting a lot of fatherhood energy surrounding this person, so this could help you to identify them if you're not quite sure who this person is yet. There's a strong fatherhood energy surrounding them as well, so they could have children. Here is the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. It does feel as though this person feels like you were a part of their sexual awakening. This could mean that you met them as a teenager or something like that. They do feel like masks were worn very heavily between both of you. Maybe a cat and mouse game was being played, but there was a parallel to your feelings at one point in time. That may not be true today, but they feel like there was a parallel in feelings, and Spirit is saying there was a parallel in feelings at least at one point in time with this person, but really heavy masks were worn. I do feel like you saw through that mask. So you may also have been wearing a mask in a friendship. There's the Three of Cups in a friendship. I feel like there was still acknowledgement from both sides though. Both of you knew, even though you weren't saying it. It was like the elephant was in the room. And now they're bringing forward past life energy too. This person could also, again, there's a friendship aspect here and wanting reunions with you. So this could have been someone from your past who is still secretly admiring you from afar. Who is secretly admiring? What are their current thoughts and feelings, please, towards pile number 1? We have remembrance. You have, it says, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions and wishing that they had information from you. They feel like there's a lack of closure here, a lack of clarity between the two of you. And I feel like memories of you come in waves. And it's sort of not, I just saw somebody getting knocked over in the surf. We do have here purification through fire, bare essentials, the naked truth and wholeness. This person also has the impression that the only way to get to the bottom of things is to get to the bottom of things. It's like they want to pursue you in a physical way. That may not have ever happened in your connection. They're curious about that energy surrounding you and fire and sexuality. And it's like they couldn't have gotten to this conclusion unless they went through it. That's the other message coming through too. This is a part of their temperance. You are now acting as this temptress, though. Seduction, deceit, and a broken promise. This is connected to the Ten of Pentacles and any commitment cycles that may be present now that is holding them back. Because I feel like that's the delay. Something practical, something they've invested in, that is the delay here. Or at least that's what they tell themselves is the delay in order to refrain in this moment from really taking action towards what they really want here, because they're wishing for you, but they feel like you are the lost love, the one that got away. Surrender, healing, and release. They know that they should. They just don't know how. Part of them thinks that they need you to clarify your feelings to give themselves permission to move forward. What are their current thoughts and feelings, please, towards pile number 1? This person who is secretly admiring, what are they currently thinking? I miss you regardless of how things are looking on the outside. So their mom is the word when it comes to this person. They do not share their true feelings. And I feel like they act like they look like they have a really abundant life. From the outside, from the window pane, you can see this really abundant life, but appearances are deceiving. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy. They do get jealous over you. You took my breath away. I'm hearing that song, Take My Breath Away. I stay away because I do not want anyone to get hurt in this connection at this time. But I am sick of no contact. So somebody who is from your past or somebody who is not in contact with you in this moment, they are trying to let go of the past. I do feel like they're having a challenge in that, however, because they feel like they've made their bed and now they have to lie in it on the back of that deck. Now let's take a look here and see about future momentum and what you can expect in the future of this connection, because I do feel as though this person does have intentions towards creating clarity, change. They are in planning mode, but they are also have a lot of attachments, a lot of obstacles to work through. So let's take a look here. It's Queen of Pentacles. Are they going to take action soon? Will they take action towards pile number 1, their secret admirer? 9 of Swords with the Temperance. They've been considering action for a long time. It's not a first thought, it's a persistent thought. They do think about you a lot at night and in the dream realm too. This person could even work nights. We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the Emperor. Back of deck is the 10 of Cups. I do feel like they are going to take action and communicate with you in the very least. I'm going to try to get a time frame for you. This could be delayed, however, because of the obstacles we have to plow through. They have to break a chain. They're just showing me Red Rover, where we have to break the chain. And they know they have to increase their efforts if they want to achieve their goals, but it almost feels like they're waiting for something to close out. They're waiting to walk away from something, or because I don't think they're happy currently in the present moment, but they're waiting to walk away from something, and that is going to take time. So they are thinking about a fresh approach and increasing their efforts and coming towards you for clarity. But some of it does feel a little bit like wishful thinking of them putting on their own mask of confidence, because confidence is what's going to drive them forward to actually be able to accomplish this. So that's very good that they have it here, but it is still mixed with that attachment. Very much mixed with even something physical or practical that they are attached to. So they have intentions of coming forward for you, pile 1. I think it might be delayed with that Temperance energy because they're stuck in some type of cycle. And sometimes we just get in our own way, and sometimes we put things in our own way. We have the King of Swords. I just saw the 7 of Cups as well. Some of this is like fantastical thinking right now. They don't have a time frame where they feel like they can establish it in this moment. And I do feel it's going to come in online, the information, obviously. Spirit's speaking about the online world now. And they are speaking about a significant delay. It could be a couple of years away for someone watching. But we also reap what we sow. Spirit says that there's a feeling about somebody else reaching out, you reaching out to them, potentially, if you know who this person is and there's mutual feelings. They keep also giving me, for someone watching, a 10-month time frame. This will not be for the entirety of the collective because it hasn't fallen out. It's just been shown to me. So this is just for someone specifically watching, but a 10-month time frame. So if that is you, be sure to come back and leave me a comment. But for the collective, I do feel like there's more of a significant delay to them being able to apply their intentions. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 1, please. The last thought that this person who is secretly admiring pile 1, what were their thoughts in the bowl? Page of Pentacles. They were having sort of a negative thought about why you haven't reached out. Like they were kind of passing the buck here because they're feeling a sting in the lack of communication or the lack of clarity between the two of you. And so they're sort of passing that buck around about who's at fault here. They're also speaking about school days, thinking about school age as well. So that may resonate with you or help you to identify this person. They're highlighting someone who may have had issues in school or like had a struggling time in school. We have J, R, and U, F, U, O, and S. So many initials in the bowl today. We have Aries energy. We do have here a glass half empty mentality. And yet confidence and empowerment will be our key to success. This is somebody that does pray or does have like a spiritual basis. They do pray about the connection. They have some insight because of their spiritual past or their spiritual upbringing in some way as well. We also have a dime. I do think about the Six of Swords and the lack of closure or clarity between the two of you. I think of Libra energy in the 10th of any month. This could be a very long 10-year cycle, Spirit just said. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you. If it resonated with you, be sure to drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me if you feel called to. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. And I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hi, pile number 2. You were drawn to the blue flower. You're also drawn to Alice here in the world, and this is your reading. Who is your secret admirer? How are they currently feeling, and are they going to take action towards you? As soon as I saw that card, I heard such a curious dream, and I do have another deck that's actually related to Alice in Wonderland that has that message, so that could be why Spirit was bringing it forward. There is somebody who thinks so highly of you, and yet they're sleeping on the opportunity. They're sitting down upon the opportunity. They don't know how you feel, and that, I think, is why they don't take action in some way as well. There's a playfulness, a flirtation that this person wants to be a part of so desperately. They could perhaps be a part of it, but there is an unfinished or unspoken energies between the two of you. But they do think so highly of you. I'm going to use the Good Tarot for you to start your reading. Who is your secret admirer? We do have the reflection here, the Judgment, along with the King of Cups. They could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They don't have to be, of course. But it just looks like this person, this King of Cups, is, yeah, he has a fish in his hand. So he's under the surface of the water. So they're definitely suppressing how they feel. This could be like a kind of a gentle giant. I'm feeling like a teddy bear of a person, sort of. We have the King of Swords. And this person is wearing current masks in your environment, so it does not necessarily feel like it's in no contact. It feels like you might see or know this person here as well. Three of Swords. And they're calling it logic as to why they're kind of holding back in this moment, putting masks on. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Seven of Swords. And I feel like there's a red light in the work department. I think that this person might be someone that works with you, and they could even be kind of a higher up or a boss type figure. Might not be your boss, but might be somebody who does hold a position of authority. And we have the Fortune's Wheel. Back of the deck, we do have the Five of Pentacles. I did see the Ace of Pentacles poking out as well, and there's the Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. So this person wants to believe that you feel exactly the same way. You could also be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio potentially as well. We also have a lot of Taurus energy here as well, and Aries, Gemini, Aquarius energy coming through. Let's clarify as we go forward. Can we clarify, please, the King of Swords? Who is their secret admirer? I just heard Wild Goose Chase. And I'm also hearing the wild goose that flies on the moon on its wings, with the moon on its wings. We have, so Scorpio energy coming through here. We have the Empress. It almost feels like this person thinks that you're way out of their league, or you're too good for them, or you're not accessible to them in some way, and they're really disappointed because they feel a connection. You make them want to be playful, and they may not even present themselves as that type of person, because they're presenting themselves as a very kind of Aquarius type of energy, where they're kind of pulled in different directions a lot, especially in the work realm. It's like they have different tasks going all the time, and they're good at that. They can manage that chaos. Other people may not be able to. They can manage it, but it makes them appear like they're unorganized. It makes them appear that they don't really have a handle on what's going on, but they do. They do. That's just part of their personality. This could help you identify who this person is. I feel like this is within the work realm for you. You're in Knight of Pentacles, back of deck. I think this is somebody who works with you, pal, too. They are admiring you. And why wouldn't they, of course? You don't have to be the divine feminine to represent this type of abundance. You can be the divine masculine, but it's the most abundant card in the deck. And that's what's most important about the message, is that they feel disappointed that they can't have you. You're some type of temptation. They just might think that you're too good for them. Maybe they're right, because you're this beautiful Empress energy. Now, Three of Swords, there could be so many different complications that are creating their disappointment in the present moment. So, and because I'm reading for the collective, I'm going to have a lot of different energies that are floating in. This could mean all sorts of things. This could mean a lack of confidence. This could mean third party. You can apply that to your situation. But again, the reasons why are less important than the truth behind that feeling, that emotion, and what prompts that. Disappointment because of the amount of attraction that they have for you. Can we clarify, please, the Fortune's Wheel? Four of Cups. And they're like, this is like such a great opportunity. It's like right person, wrong timing. Or I can't get the timing right. Or it's like, I don't understand why this opportunity has presented itself when it's not available to me, or I can't have it. Justice energy, Seven of Pentacles. And they are like biding their time. You make them reconsider everything. And I feel like they've been crushing on you or having this secret admiring energy surrounding you for quite a while. But you make them reconsider their investments. I do feel like they're concerned about complications in those investments. So practical things that they have invested in at home and at work, because I feel like this person works with you. They're also afraid of that, like conflict in the work realm. And that could be one of the reasons why they keep masks on and they're logical in their approach. Because they call it logic. Spirit calls it fear. Spirit calls it them packing up the excuses as to why I'm not pushing forward and creating clarity in the situation. Now, they are in deep reflection mode all the time about expressing themselves. They think about it all the time, but they are taking a bit of a passive approach. You can even see with the World here. The World is about arrival, and yet here she's sleeping. Figaro's on her lap sleeping. And all of those daisies at the bottom say that we should increase our efforts. We should increase our efforts if we want to gain the clarity over whether or not this is a mutual connection. They hope that you're suppressing it too. That's what they're hoping for. They do feel like they have a lot to lose, whether it be position, whether it be integrity, or whether it be people's opinions of themselves or opinions of them that interfere with their momentum moving forward. How do they truly feel, please? We have here a jewel within a teardrop, appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. They do consider you a good thing. Like they consider you a positive turn of events in their life, but it's like bittersweet. Because although they feel a connection with you, and although there could even be flirtation between the two of you at points in time, but they're trying to wear masks during that flirtation period. And although that exists, there's still all of these complications. So it's like they see the goodness, but then it highlights all of the complications as well. I did just see the Temptress. That came out in pile 1 as well. We have Winter's End, regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcome. Number 16, the Tower. They are speaking about pontificating and thinking about positive results if they were to express themselves. They do feel like that would come as a bit of a shock or a surprise to you. We do have attachment, letting go of restrictions and fear. And regardless of what those attachments look like, whether they're practical, whether they're energetic, this is what they have to accomplish in order to achieve their goal. They have to put the work in, but they keep emphasizing the work realm for you as well. Purification through water, emotional and cleansing through rejuvenation on the back of that deck. This is an indication from this person that they may decide to reach out and kind of pop up suddenly to express themselves to you. That may be the only way that they are able to express themselves to you in a very real way. Let's get some message cards to see what sort of thoughts and feelings this secret admirer has had towards pile number 2, please. Reality has hit me like a ton of bricks when it comes to the attraction in this connection. Are you in love right now? So even if you're a part of commitment cycles, they wonder how committed you are in those commitment cycles. Because now they're showing me that scene from Schitt's Creek where Alexis does that dance where she says, I'm a little bit single even when I'm not. We have here, I'm sorry if I hurt you. If they're worried about making you feel overlooked, because they do think that you're a very positive, abundant sort of presence in their life right now. They're worried that you may feel like you're feeling ignored or overlooked. I did fall so hard and fast for you. And I do creep your social media. I want to feed my curiosity. And I'm stuck in a karmic cycle with you. And I'm hearing that song from Mad About You, Stuck in the Middle with You. I want you, but I just can't, is on the back of that deck, pile 2. Now, this would be a great time for us to take a look at whether or not they do plan on taking action towards you, this secret admirer, for pile number 2, please. Despite the fact that they do feel like they have a lot to lose, they are also contending with helplessness. Are they going to take action and reveal their truth to pile number 2, please? We have the Death coming in. The Magician. With the Judgment, we started with Judgment in the first position, which is always so important for me because they are reflecting about expression for you, pile 2. And you'll notice that there's the dragonfly, there's dragonflies around the death cycle as well. And this rabbit in the Magician is really speaking of their curiosity to communicate how they feel and communicate enlightenment. But they're going to have to change their approach or change direction in an environment that they have invested in. And this could just be the work realm. It doesn't have to be a commitment cycle, but it could be. We have the Four of Wands reversed. We also have the Two of Cups and the Empress. You are such a strong motivation and such a strong motivating force to create that clarity. But I feel like it's almost like they're waiting for an environment that they've invested in to implode, because they're waiting for a death cycle. And so now's not the time for them to reach out and to change directions. But the influence that you represent continues to kind of apply pressure to that doorway. But with the Four of Wands reversed, they're speaking about like arguments and leaving my home behind in order to create progress towards a relationship here. And right now they're kind of reeling with this logical concept of like, what do I reap? It's like, what am I going to reap if I sow this seed at this moment in time? So although they have intentions, I feel like there could be some significant delays to any type of clarity that comes in, especially if you're waiting for this person to create that clarity. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 2, please. Now, I will also say that for someone watching, this clarity could come in when they're in the midst of an argument at home or within themselves. They could just kind of push themselves in the right direction. But it does look like it's going to be delayed in a frustrating way. The last thought they had about pile number 2, please. The person who is secretly admiring pile number 2. Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. The thoughts were starting around inspiration towards change, but then they really let disappointment and stress take over. It's like immediately when they have the thought of inspiration, their ego follows that up immediately with a negative thought and of sort of a restricting thought. And they would call that logic and sort of brains, like they would call that like someone being smart. Spirit calls that a lot of fear. And so that's what's creating a lot of the travel issues, is that Spirit's giving them the inspiration and they're getting it in droves when it comes to you and watching you and being influenced by you, but they're stuck in a karmic cycle. And even though they keep getting the inspiration, they keep following it up with stress and with disappointment. They are precipitating the frustrating travel issues, which could be a recurring theme that they have to overcome. We do have the hospital here. This could be the work realm that the two of you are working within. It could be some type of institution like that. We have R and F as initials in the bowl. We also have the strawberry. So I think of summertime, I think about June, July. The tree of life, something that has been invested, whether it be our home, our career, a forget-me-not. And we have the rose of empowerment. So don't be deterred by the immediate appearances of things or how they treat you in the 3D. I feel like it's very far apart from their true depths of emotion, because this person doesn't feel like they feel comfortable expressing their emotions to other people. We also have the Star of Aquarius in the form of a starfish, so healing in or journey into wholeness. Whoops. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the pink flower. You're also drawn to the transformation, the death card here, and this is your reading. Who is secretly admiring you? How are they currently feeling? And are they going to take action? Now, the transformation, the death energy here, you can see that it's the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, and he famously said, "Who are you?" So this is somebody who is really contemplating the next chapter, contemplating their position, contemplating you, this connection, and trying to decide, should I retreat? Should I shrink and take this bite of this side of this mushroom? Should I take a bite over here and boost up and create clarity and kind of move through all of the trees, like push through all of the obstacles to see the light? The vines in behind him are really speaking about wanting to seek out more information before I make that decision. So they could be acting very passive before they gather more information, or they could be still gathering information about you and about the potential before they make their move. And there's really an emphasis on the heart space here and the vulnerability that we feel when we're in transition, when we're deciding this is what I'm going to do about how I feel. It's a very vulnerable moment. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use I can't remember the name of this book now. Herb Crafter's Tarot. The Herb Crafter's Tarot for you. Who is your secret admirer? 9 of Pentacles coming out. Now, this message has been sort of paralleled for all of the readings today about timing and a long investment here. They're also speaking about somebody who is distracted by you. But I'm also sensing like a preparatory phase, because there's like canning jars up top, and there's all of these hats. So they've stacked up these hats. The hat is a symbol of complacency for me. So they've been complacent for a while, and they're preserving something. Could be preserving their heart. They could be worried about getting rejected. They could be preserving an investment. But this person fantasizes about you a lot. I just heard like warm apple pie. So we have here the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Swords coming in sideways. We have the 3 of Wands sort of coming in sideways. We're going to put it upright for now. And we have the Devil, Capricorn. Back of the deck, we do have the 9 of Swords, and we have the Justice. Now, I can't deny, Pile 1, that I do, or Pile 3, Pile 3, that I feel as though there could be a work realm connection here for someone watching. They're really heavily emphasizing justice. They're really heavily emphasizing the 9 of Pentacles. There's a lot of overthinking and fear associated with this person in this moment. Here's the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Libra energy as well. We have the Sun. We have the 6 of Wands. Queen of Swords. I feel like this person can't decide to take action upon you because they're too afraid. and you could be working with them. You could actually be in a leadership role over top of this person in the work realm, or the two of you could be contemporaries in the work realm. There could also be sort of like a gym situation that's happening here, and that could even be the work realm for someone watching, but they're also showing me a gym situation as well. It feels as though this person is waiting for you to do some of the work. It's like they can't decide. They're having a hard time deciding. And they're emphasizing the gym again, and they're emphasizing someone who might sort of eat their feelings. It's like if they get really nervous, they get upset, they have a propensity towards eating their feelings, or it's like eating to distract themselves. That's why they go to the gym, perhaps, as well. This is a worrier of a person. They overthink. You are a huge temptation. They do think of you as almost like goddess energy, but they're kind of intimidated by you. And it's because they have spoken to you, or they have talked with you in the realm that they know you. And it's not that you're an intimidating person. I feel like you just there's something about your voice that's authoritative, or there's something about you knowing yourself, knowing what you want. There's just something powerful about you that almost feels very intimidating. It's like you're really smart. They've picked up on that. That makes them feel insecure. This person might be the type that kind of relies on their looks a little bit more than, because they don't consider themselves as intelligent or something. I don't think that that's the truth. I think that's just a lack of confidence, but they think you're smarter than them. They think that you're really intelligent. And that's intimidating, but that's also sort of exciting for them. It's kind of something that they're drawn to as well. I feel like this is someone you do know, and I don't think that this is a no contact right now, but there are some realities associated with the masks. They feel like they have to tread lightly. They don't think they're good enough, but I also think that they're working on themselves to almost make themselves good enough. Because they keep showing me like these Crocs, and they're calling them garden shoes versus our good shoes. And I know for myself, I don't wear my good shoes in the garden. They're going to get all mucky. So it's like they're waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for you to say something, waiting for confidence to show up before they reveal themselves to you. We have the High Priestess, and for some reason they're showing me that, or I'm hearing in my mind that old poem where I don't remember what it was. It was some type of like childlike poem where he stuck in his thumb and he pulled out a plum from the pie. I don't know why. That could resonate for someone watching. A plum stuck in my thumb, put in a plum. I don't know why. That could just resonate for someone. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. Now, they are fantasizing about you, this person that is secretly admiring you, pile 3, but it's so much easier for them to stay in fantasy land, because in fantasy land, you feel the same way. And in fantasy land, they don't have to take a risk of faith. They don't have to take off their mask. They don't have to lower their defenses. They can maintain this beautiful energy in fantasy. That's why they're holding back. They're so insecure. And the truth is that they can take the chain off of that insecurity whenever they choose to in this moment. Now, I will say for some watching, this is a collective reading, so I have lots of energies coming in, so please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not. For some, this devil could be talking about attachments to other realms, so take that as it resonates. That's not the overarching theme here. This person may have options, but I feel like they have eyes for you in this moment. We have Enchanted Forest, mystery, magic, and excitement. And the dreams that they have are very physical, very sexual in nature. I feel like the fantasies that they have, because they've had lots and lots of time to practice those fantasies and to really think about it. They do consider you, like when it comes to what they have founded, like they consider you in these fantasies as well. They think about you being integrated into their life in some way. No matter how complicated that may seem, whatever the steps they'd have to take, they do think about that. But it's like the fear of that change is what's suppressing the growth for them. Facing the unknown, fear of that change. We have here the Goddess of Creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. And they're really highlighting the creativity, because in the creativity, in the fantasy realm, you're the goddess of creation, and everything's whole, everything's complete. They don't have to feel insecure about themselves. They can feel confident. But we have goddess, the Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. And ultimately, I do feel a sense of wanting luck to be on their side, but they're not quite sure. This person's not quite sure how you're feeling. They're kind of confused about how you view them. And they may be concerned about you viewing them in a critical way, but I feel like that's their own inner voice talking to them. It's because they're very critical of themselves. They think that you're gorgeous. Like, they think that you're gorgeous. If you're the divine feminine, divine masculine, it doesn't matter. They think that you're gorgeous. And there's a sense of like past life connection coming through. They're also showing sort of endurism. And I always think, whenever I see the elephant, I do think of India. So please take that as it resonates as well. Dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts, peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. They are definitely stuck in some unwanted thoughts which need to be dissolved, which could help, if they could end that cycle and push through that cycle, could create a lot of momentum. Because the death energy here does speak about rebirths that are possible, but it's like they have to decide which path to go in first. What are their current thoughts and feelings, please, towards pile number 3? The person who is secretly admiring. What are some of the thoughts they have had about pile number 3, please? I can't see past my own fears. So putting themselves in a prison of their own making in this moment. But there's this beautiful message coming through about how we reap what we sow. They could be reaping so much abundance. 4 of Wands, lots of abundance, lots of sort of arrival at victory together. The truth came after. You feel so far away, the Star of Aquarius. This is them crushing upon you, looking at you, wishing for you, but it feels like it's like you're so close, yet my wish, my desire feels so far away. You give me mixed signals. It's like, I don't know how you feel. It's intimidating. And I feel like there's like an addictive personality here, Spirit says. It's like old habits die hard. They could even be a smoker, Spirit just said. Or they may have been a smoker and maybe they quit. I heart you, King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Sometimes I do see fatherhood as associated with the King of Cups as well. So please take that as it resonates to your situation. It says, you're the one that cut me out. Queen of Swords. I didn't want you to rely on me. I'm tired of holding back. So somebody who's a part of a practical foundation that could hold an institution like work realm, like the gym, maybe even like the bank, or like a courthouse or something like that, some type of institution that you would know this person in. They are very intimidated by the divine feminine. They're very intimidated by how you'll receive their truth, or even how you view them in this moment. And that could be why they are holding back in this moment, but they are getting tired of it. So now would be a good time in the reading to take a look at their future intentions. Are they going to make a move towards pile number 3, please? Will they make themselves known? We have the King of Pentacles coming out with the Ace of Wands. They have a to-do list. I just saw the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Back of deck is that 9 of Swords, and that is what they're contending with when it comes to taking action towards you, pile 3. There is a to-do list that they know they have to create and they have to implement, but they are being a little bit passive about it. So this is going to slow down any type of momentum towards an offer. So much so that Spirit says that the future offer is contingent upon them doing that to-do list, taking their inspiration and acting upon it, and not just being inspired. Because every time they have a thought, they're not doing anything with it. They're impaling themselves in that negative reinforcement cycle. And so that's going to slow down the momentum here. They're talking about this person not having as much spiritual awareness as you perhaps would have. Like, they're very practical, and they ground their thoughts and their actions on practical beliefs or practical understanding, and that doesn't always help us to create evolution here. So Spirit's encouraging you to sort of eliminate your expectations towards this person, not because they don't have the potential to reach out ultimately or to express themselves, but because they are getting in their own way currently. And so if we can, in the very least, eliminate our expectations or change our plan of approach, if we do know who this person is and we have mutual feelings, we might have to adjust the application of strength here, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And ultimately, this person is putting off quite heavily. They are delaying things. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3, please. What is the last thought this person had, their secret admirer had about pile number 3? Strength energy, Leo energy. The king of, lots of fire here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. They were really thinking of a lack of confidence, and actually it's almost like their strength is coming in to give them some support, or their higher self was coming in to give them some support, because they were really being hard on themselves in these thoughts. They were thinking about their unreadiness. They were thinking about frustrating delays. They were looking at you online potentially when they were having all of these thoughts. It was really testing their strength, because there was a temptation perhaps in that moment, and they didn't take the bait. You're also sort of reflecting upon like a flirtation cycle, or maybe a communication or a conversation that the two of you had. We do have Capricorn, the devil here with the chain. T, F, V, V and W. We also have a wrench in our plans. It's the monkey wrench, so I do think about the fear of the unknown or children. We have here the key with the black heart. And there's a certain amount of hopelessness that does kind of creep up on us when we keep going through that 9 of Swords mentality. We have the strawberry, and we have forever friends, half of a puzzle piece here as well. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.